Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. How we doing? Happy Monday, y'all. What's going on? Welcome on in. Good to have you out here in the chat, in the stream, hanging on. We're gonna, I've just decided I'm a full-time creative Minecraft builder now, so we're just gonna be playing in creative mode a little bit more today and planning out some more city houses, and we'll see where we all run with that. No, I'm just kidding. This is all in prep for the not the next hardcore video. I've actually got the next hardcore video started, but this will be for the next city expansion. I'm just kind of having fun building on here and doing some more chill streams. Plan is for this today, and then Wednesday we'll be on Misadventures. I want to start building another road over there because I've got some fun stuff in the works, so it should be really fun. So how we doing, everybody? I see we got Jinxie in here. We got Ties. We got Caitlin. What's going on? We got Sparrow. Absolutely beautiful fan art, my dude. I absolutely love that. That's so fun. Miss May, what's going on? How we doing? Thank you for pinning that. Happy Monday, Liz. Hope everything's going well on your side. Aiden, how we doing? Spotter your Yeti, what's going on? What are the drops that are activated? Apparently there is a Crunchyroll drop going all Twitch wide right now, where you can get 30 days of like a Crunchyroll mega fan subscription. I don't know what it is. I just saw the pop-up that you can get, and you can, for gifting 2 subs, you can get 30 days free of Crunchyroll. So if you like animes, you could check that out. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Direcastro, how are we doing? Spotter your Yeti, are you 3 for 3 on getting first in the stream? I feel like you've had the last few of them. Oh, okay, doesn't concern me. Yeah. Distraught Potato, what's going on? Jinxie, how we doing? Welcome on in, everybody. When we gonna see the university? It'll be a late summer project, most likely. I've got a few other things in the works that I want to do first. So I would like to tackle those and then kind of build up the city. I feel like the university is gonna be like finishing this side of the city, so we need to get all these new buildings that we're working on wrapped up and then doing all that. Who did the pre-stream art? Most of the channel art that have done has been by, why am I blanking on their name? Why am I blanking? Oxy. Oxy has done almost all of the channel art at this point. And they're absolutely awesome. You'll see them in chat every once in a while. Lulu Goblin, how we doing? Can't wait to see the university as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Eddie, what's going on? Good morning. Anna, thanks so much for the 10 gift members like an hour before stream started, by the way. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all are in school right now, make sure you're focused on school. Go do the learning. Watch the VODs later. Did you come up with an idea of what you want to build in the savannah? I have. Well, the nearby savannah, not the far savannah.
And tornado practice will be fun.
A little bumping. Caitlin with the 9 months. Thank you so very much. 9 months and I got a flip stream and tornado prep. Oh, well, hopefully the tornado dissipates and doesn't cause many issues. One day I'll be so early you won't notice. Sorry, it shows up in the feed regardless. My goal is a ghost gift membership. You just gotta catch me when I'm ranting, and then I'll go whoo. How's this week's video looking? This week's video is the big old tour of the hardcore world. So it'll be cool. It'll be a fun one. At least you have entertainment. Fair. Highly doubt humidity is high. Ooh, well, stay safe over there. Lando, what's going on, my dude? How we doing? Excited for the download? Yeah, I prepped the Java World download this morning, and then I converted it to Bedrock, and the overworld works. I have not checked the nether at the end yet. The nether I know is going to be broken because most of what I built in the nether is on the roof, and that does not work in Bedrock. So I would not recommend using the nether. The tree's probably going to be there, and then the open, like, everything below the nether roof, which is not that much outside of the tree right now, is gonna be there. Estimate on the world download. The world download will be out on Thursday at the latest, like within an hour of the video releasing.
Like the stream fish emoji.
I'll get it posted on Patreon and in the Discord, and you can get the Java and or the Bedrock World download, or either. I'm also going to put it up on the Patreon store if you don't want to become like a reoccurring member and you just want to buy like a one-off download to it, you can get that too. How big is it? I think it's 1 gig. I think it's 1.01 gigs because I deleted a lot of chunks of stuff that I haven't built to try and get that file size down as much as I could for y'all. I can double check though. I have the file right here. I believe it's 1 gig. Saves. Oh, that's wrong folder. It is, yeah, the Java version is 1.13. So there you go. 1.13. Can't wait to walk inside the world again and see what changed as well. Yeah, there's a lot of changes from the last one. The episode 70 or the episode 80 download, the last one, was just under 2 gigs, but I've cleaned out so many more unused chunks since then. So yeah, I've cleaned that all out. This Thursday, gonna be Misadventures. This Thursday is gonna be the hardcore video. We'll be live streaming on Wednesday on Misadventures is the goal. Because I want to work on a road. I want to build. We have a bridge to build for Jimmy, and then we also have a road to build for probably Avid. I've also talked to Sausage about potentially tackling the road project for Jojo. Just put one in for a pretty long road. So it'll be one of those two. Next Thursday will be Misadventures.
I just graduated my degree in exercise sports science, and I just hit 315 for 2 on bench press.
Dang, the guy! I'm sure you got some other guys in the gym going, oh, look at that guy, look at him, look at the guy over there. Hey, congrats, dude, on both. Absolutely awesome, dude. We can get a hooray. We can get a hooray for that. Yeah, also Friday this week, world tour with Scar, Gem, and Mog Swamp. Gonna be super fun. 315 on bench though is no joke. That's huge. As Sparrow says, slay! My friends on YouTube, click the like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. We got almost 500 people in here. We're at 240 likes right now, so I really appreciate y'all taking the time to do that. Just recovered from a shoulder injury. Oof. My wrist has been bugging me recently. I slept on. I'm like one of those people that like will occasionally like sleep like this, like hands up at the face, and I think I did that and just like slept with it like right there for all night, and it was. Mog will die in the first 3 minutes. Oh, I spent a good while collecting totems from around the world for them to have a lot of totems. I've also disabled PvP, so, and I disabled the day cycle, so. I did give them elytras though, so yeah, Mog and Scar might not make it through the whole thing. But we'll see. So yeah, but yeah, I kind of goofed up my wrists. Did a big gym day yesterday, and today I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything, so I haven't worked out yet, but that's fine. I just need to load in the world here real quick for getting all this stuff. Yeah. Come on now. Oh, I was gonna try Distant Horizons today. People keep telling me. Let me install that real quick. We're gonna vibe. Let's see what happens. Let's go with Modrith. Let's go here. People keep telling me I should check it out, so we're gonna try it. Distant Horizons. Is it on 1.21.5? Versions. Platform. Fabric. Game versions. 1.21.5. People keep telling me to do it, so I want to give it a shot. And if I want to try and set it up in the like settings and everything to make sure it actually looks nice. Dude, I have so many file windows open. What the heck am I doing? Oh, I spent 1 irk about Bedrock because I booted up Bedrock to try and like make sure the world download was working. I took a screenshot. Finding your screenshot file location on Bedrock is so difficult. Why is it so hard? Why is the screenshot so nested deep within just random things for Bedrock? I don't get it, dude. It's so weird. But yeah, so just it's rough in Bedrock, dude. Yeah, rough is an understatement. That I had to go to like I had to go so far to try and find this thing. Okay, so now I should be able to go to video settings and actually turn this, I'm gonna have like 24 chunks actual rendered on. To Guy, thank you for the gift member, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And then here, 250, sure. What are there any recommended enable cloud rendering? I do like clouds. Oh, that's probably gonna lag my game out. We'll see. Anna, thank you for the 5 gift members. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Ew, hello, are we dead? Why is that not changing? I don't know. Missed Adventure should do a D&D campaign with all the players. Lizzie talked about hosting one time ago on we're just gonna leave default stuff in here. World generator. Do you think you're gonna make the world tree taller now that you have the 500 blocks? Probably not. Ooh, hello. Let's let everything load in here. Okay, it's definitely like stands out a little. Is it at least like, is it seamless as we move around? Like if I just keep going, because I'm assuming it just uses to generate the world, right? So as we generate the world, oh. I was worried about that. I don't like when it gets like this. I'd rather have it be like a little smoother, but we'll see. It's like, that's not bad from a I don't know. I feel like I can definitely tell where it starts and stops. How do I make a script with Axiom? I don't know. I've never done it. I've only imported ones. But I think it's, if you know how to do any normal scripting language stuff, you can do it all with that. Looks strange. Yeah, we'll see how it... We gotta generate the world a little bit around us. Algae in the pool, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. How we doing today? Welcome on in. Looks strange. You can definitely scale it down so it like fits a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, like, I thought it's supposed to be. You can change that the blocks look normal. Where is that setting? I'm assuming world generation. Enable distance generation. Where would that... Graphics, maybe? Quality? What mod is that? It's called... Distant Horizons. Blocks should ignore non-colliding blocks. Okay. Just crank up the LOD. This one.
Pleased to meet you.
I've loved seeing your hardcore world evolve, and watching your videos has given me a lot of inspo for my own world.
Robbins, thank you so much for the 7 months, my dude. Lovely to have you. Thank you. Maybe I don't know what I'm looking at here. What ones do I... Culling? I don't know. Earth curve ratio. No, I don't want that. Minecraft flat. Real world, not flat. Sets vanilla, load, LOD, bias value, press F3 plus T to reload your... What? What's the name of the mod you use for a minimap? It's called Zeros. You can check all my mods in the Discord. I'm having a lot of weird issues with like train not loading quickly. I also think that's when I'm like going like the flying mode. It doesn't look that bad from this distance. I mean, it works for the mountains, which is cool. But it definitely, like, when you get into the finer detailed areas, like, those get very, very busy. Yeah, I only use a world map. I don't use a mini map.
Pleased to meet you.
It's not loading as quick as I thought it would be, but maybe it just needs to, like, generate the world. Is there a distant... There's no distant horizons thing. Is there, like, a distant horizons, like, load everything? CPU load balanced, quality preset. Let's go with high quality. Yeah. And then I might just need to do like a reload. Got my first ever paycheck today. Congrats, Luke. Congrats. ODST, thank you so much for the 21 months. Would love to stay, but mom has landed in the country. Hey, All good. Go have fun. And Melina, thank you so much for the 6 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we will see how this goes for a little while, and just kind of, I am getting 20 FPS right now. Is that because it's like trying to load everything in? That's not playable. Is Distance Horizons really that intensive? I'm getting 30 FPS. Is this just like a nature reverse? A nature reserve, you mean? Must love mom? Not a nature reserve like for animals, but we have a lot of greenery and everything around. Distant Horizons legs for you, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's like trying to just like load. I think it's trying to. You recommend lowering the Distant Horizons to 128, but isn't that kind of reduce the horizon distance? Doesn't that kind of break the entire point of the mod? 20 FPS is what you usually have? I'm usually on 200 FPS, so this is... Spell the thing wrong? Oh, good. I mean, it doesn't look bad per se out there. I think it's kind of... I was hoping it would work a little bit better, but maybe 250. Yeah, I was on 512 before, just trying to see if I could get it all to load in. But I'm assuming I have to render it all off of Minecraft chunks. And then let's just go 256 on it. We'll try it for a little bit, see if it works at all. Maybe I have to go and like render some chunks in and things like that, and then it'll... Like, I was hoping that we'd be able to be over here, which it looks like it is keeping all that loaded at a lower resolution. Because if we could be over here and be like at this guy and you can kind of see the tree, it looks a little wonk, but... Ooh, the beacon beams are disgusting. Yeah, it's just trying to generate all the files, I think. Is there like a command to have it just generate everything? That we could just run and just be like, all right, it's going to be terrible for a few minutes. Yeah, Distant Horizons very much is based off of you needing to generate your entire world again with the mod to generate the LODs. And then it'll work better. Because, like, it's already... I mean, we're up at 30 now, but... Because what would it be? It would be, Is there a Distant Horizons command? I thought I saw show loading progress options when you're switching through. Oh, show... Yeah. If the world... If true, then the world gen / importing progress will be displayed on the screen when running. How... Auto updater. Enable automatic updates? No. LOD building. What algorithm choose to compress new LOD? The state will only affect new and updated LOD. Any data already generated when the setting is changed will be ineffective. It'll need to be rewritten in the database. Fastest. So we're going to go with highest compression. Huh. Where is like a... I feel like there... I ran this a long time ago and there was an option to actually just like complete everything. There are chunk loading mods. I think one of them is called Chunky or Pre-Generator. Well, all of the chunks are already generated in this world. Like, that's not the issue. The chunks are generated. I'm trying to get the LODs, like, to generate that you have with... See, now it's starting to fill out. Yeah. Okay, so this is why we're lagging. It's because it's generating all of the LODs around us. So as soon as that stuff gets a little bit more sorted, then it'll be a lot better. But yeah, you can see that tree just looks a little... The tree looks a little Akko Taco. Looks very Akko Taco. But now you can actually see like the whole world with the LODs, and the farther you are away from it, the worse quality it has. Well, or the larger the voxels are. But then, like, we could be all the way over here, and you could see all the way back to the tree, which, honestly, that quality's not as bad. I guess I haven't tried this in a very, very long time. I mean, the bamboo's a little rough, but when you're not zooming in on it, it's not terrible. Might be thinking that chunk loading mods also load LODs. Yeah, LODs have to be generated by the mod that is creating the LODs. With a new world height, are you going to make the tree bigger? I don't think I'm going to make the tree any bigger. I've already put well over 100 hours into building that tree, and I think I can just use my time better elsewhere. Would it be fun to have the tree be even larger and everything? I think so. Maybe one day we'll fix the... I think the only thing I'd want to do is, like, bring the central canopy up a little bit higher, like, fill in that and give ourselves, like, a little bit more of a round to the top. But I don't want to go through and, like, do a whole massive expansion. So I guess maybe one day we might expand the top canopy, because it's a little flat and wide, and I think, like, a little... almost... I don't want to make it look like a mushroom cloud, though. Like, I very much want to avoid that, so we'll see. But this is kind of cool. Okay, we'll try this for a little while. The issue would be if you go much taller to keep the scaling feeling. Okay, the trunk would have to be bigger, then it would shift into the city. Well, a lot of people keep saying its canopy is too small for its trunk. Where currently the trunk being that tall, the canopy is wider than the trunk is tall, which is kind of what I was looking at when I was doing, like, research on trees for, like, ratios and everything. For a lot of tree types, that they're, for however tall the trunk is, the canopy is, like, twice as wide. So it's like, it's a little under, but it's definitely better than it used to be. Okay, that looks a little awkward. Oh, we can see the copper farm all the way over here. I was like, what is that back there? Okay, so this is just gonna lag for a few while it generates. Maybe I should have done this off stream, but that's fine. But it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just generating all the LODs for the world. See, look at Papyrus, just so poorly pixelated. That's that mountain. There's the library. There's the new bazaar. That's so funny. The first tree looked like a twig. Oh, the first tree was bad. Yeah, no, I'm very happy that I updated that. Will you keep Distant Horizons in the main world too? Maybe. I wanted to try it out today because I really missed the large chunk render distance that I had back with NVIDIA. And so, we'll see. We'll see if we like this or not.
Great job and texturing your builds. I've become so much of a better builder watching you and trying new things. Keep up using the terracotta colors.
Hey, Hot Pocket, thank you so much for the bits, my dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, we'll see where we can take it. All right, I'm gonna leave the thing running for a little bit. If hopefully the chunks start loading in a little bit better, or the FPS gets a little bit better. But yeah, I kind of want to just start taking these houses over here and working our way down to building them out. Why aren't you using NVIDIA anymore? It's not updated for 1.21.5. So there is no way to use it. Okay, so I was thinking we could do a tough base for this guy to get started. And these will just be our big archways. And I thought for this one right here, you just do like a kind of like a 1.5 wide guy. It might look a little awkward, but that's okay. And then we're just gonna send this whole base layer from here up for the red is gonna turn into tough. So we'll see. You have a good Optifine replacement? Yeah, I use the whole fabric suite instead of Optifine. You're not supposed to be here. This is creative. Optifine is very, very dated. So if you want something better, look into just using the fabric mod suite. There's Fabulously Optimized is a pre-made mod pack you can get that if you're kind of newer to fabric, that somebody has made that basically mimics all that you can get with Optifine. and then it just installs all of the different mods that do those things. Oh, I don't want that. We want this to be down here. And that would need to come through here too. I'm thinking we can make the door. It's kind of weird for the door, so. Maybe like that, yeah. That works. Have our door there, and then we can have like a little window in there. That works. I think that'd be fine. We'll texture it all later. I just want to start getting some of the things blocked out. Very low res papyrus. Yeah, I know. Super low res. There's an updated version of NVIDIA available. Yeah, I used it, and it... did I use it? Where's the download for that? Can somebody... Because it's not on their actual page unless it's there now. Because I thought somebody else ported it. Yeah, because it's not on the actual page. And I tried finding it again on the source. But I couldn't find it on their GitHub. Oh, did Sakura actually make it? Did they actually do it? Are they just like taking over every single mod that got abandoned? They're like, I got you. Is there really one? I'm looking on their page right now. Linking in Discord. Okay. Is that any good? Is it work? Is it work? Does it work? Does it work better than the old ones? Because I found with the old ones that I was actually getting more lag off of it than not. I'll check it out after stream, but if that NVIDIA version works, I do prefer to actually have if they're updating left. I know Sakura's taken over a lot of mods. Like they update a ton of them now.
Hey fWhip, I hope your day is going well. I don't know if you would ever try it, but for mountains, would you try incorporating darker colors like tuff and deep slate instead of stone? I've seen other people do it like that and it turns out quite well.
Hey Bosch, thank you so much for the donut, my dude. The plan is to eventually do a lot of texturing. The reason why I haven't right now is just because I have so much stone and massive stuff on hand that's been into there. But if you see like this mountain over here, obviously doesn't really load in super well with the LODs. But like we have a lot of texturing in there. There's a lot of deep slate, there's basalt, there's acacia, there's concrete powders, light grays, and wool for the lighter tones. So my eventual goal is to have everything textured similar to how those guys are textured. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet because I'm trying to get the shapes worked out first, and then the famous we'll get to it later. So we'll see. I hope so though. I hope so. What do we want to go log wise here? Well, before we even think about logs, let's just grab some concrete. Get just black concrete for now. So it's gonna be something kind of like this. I think it might be kind of split that one in there. fWhip problems, fWhip solutions. Yeah, future fWhip problems. I think this would be kind of cool splitting it there, and then we'll just like bring this up. Both of these would be there. This would just come all the way across. This would come all the way across. And then just kind of comes up like this. What colors do we want to use for this building? Any thoughts, opinions, ideas? Not too sure. Gonna say highlighter. How to get good at building, fWhip. Just keep practicing. White. Green. Ooh, honestly, pale oak could be kind of a vibe for the inside. So we could do like some pale oak. We could do some stripped pale oak log. Honestly, we could work from here to there and just grab in some diorite. I mean, that could be our wall texture. That's not a bad one for like the walls. It'd be kind of messy, so maybe we go to 4 blocks. We do like that, so we keep it a little bit brighter tone, because we're gonna have the darker grays down here, which that pale moss can kind of work in with the tough. That'd be tough. And could I use just like a coral in here? Yeah. Oh, even pale oak log could work. That could be a good way to trend between them. So that could be bam, bam, bam. Apparently that is in between. I don't get how that's in between. No, that would go down here. Yeah, what if we just do like that? And then we just need to get a log. And I'm kind of thinking a darker contrast could be fun. Do you like some dark oak? I don't know. Like for our framing, we use some dark oak, and we could go with some mangrove and maybe some spruce log. Spruce is a little too distinct in there. What could we use instead of dark oak? Mangrove. Dark oak wood, of course. Yeah. But what if we did there to spruce log? And then I want that in the middle. Oh, that's just... yeah, it just goes dark oak straight into spruce. But if we keep clicking through, what else do we get? Nothing. Apparently dark oak log is not as dark as spruce log, according to that thing. Oh, yeah, quite literally is not. Okay, so we'll just do that. There we go. There's our framing. Yeah, cool. Maybe throw a deep slate roof in. Yeah, deep slate roof could be kind of nice, just to get that darker, like, it's very gray tone building, but I think it could be fun. Then we could work in some like wax exposed copper grates for the color pops for our windows and everything, but have it be very muted. And then obviously with this being in I like to have the upper ones here actually like drop back a block, because then we can do a little trapdoor to make it a little tiny bit smaller. But then we'll get our color pops with all of our like flowers and everything in this. It feels so washed out. A bit of color would fit nicely, like mangrove / bricks or any other color. Well, we have all these buildings to create, so having some washed out like light gray, like lighter colored ones actually can work to our benefit. So we think like these were gonna come through here.
Pleased to meet
Also,
you.
we're gonna get the dark oak in. That's gonna help prevent the washout. Trust the process. Trust the process. Daily Nomi, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-huh. We also need to get in here and get these. Sorry, I know I'm phasing through blocks a lot right now. I've gotten so used to it now, but I also can understand that some people are like, this is so infuriating to see. So if we can Control-C, copy that. It just happens to be the same that I have for my keybind for whatchamacallit? Zoom. That's what it is. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. How do you phase? It's an Axiom thing. Yeah. It's, if you hold Alt here, it's this no clip button right up there. Okay, there's the slabs on there. YouTube friends, if you can click the like button, I very much do appreciate it. We got 900 people in here right now, and we're at 447 likes. So if anybody can click the like button, it helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. Let's go around and just get all of our pale oak in for this floor and the upper one, and then we will see how that brings it all together. Actually, we could probably just do it from... No, that needs to be not here, actually. Building right now? A house for the city. Oh, I deleted a window over there, didn't I? Maybe not. Yeah. Who's this Sean? Oh, that's over there. That's fine. See, that's not too washed out. We haven't even thrown the roof on, and we haven't thrown any texturing in. We can get this. We can get a little bit of our mangrove in here. They'll kind of start lightening up some areas. We can do some mangrove like right there, and then we can have the actual log back in here. And we can actually do the sticky outy logs as this too, without it being too much. Because they're both having the dark oak bark in there. Rocking now. Yeah. I don't think we'll do too much mangrove in here, just like some little bits of our lighter tone. I don't think we'll be able to see much of that, so it's just kind of texturing for the sake of it. Yeah, we won't see anything. We're going to go with dark oak planks and slabs. So I'm just going to run these across here just to fill in the space a touch, so that when you're in here, it just looks a little bit more completed. Have you played hardcore ever since you hit 10,000 days? I'm on day 10,017 right now because I did the world tour and it took 17 days to get through it. Be nice to the mods, please. If you're breaking rules, they're going to call you out for it. That doesn't make them rude. It's your responsibility to read the rules of a live stream chat when you enter the live stream. It's not the responsibility of the mods to correct you, for you to learn the rules. want to make sure I keep a lot of the brick in here just because it's much better for the framing, I think. Just looks a little bit sturdier. But what we could do is come down here with our little chisel tough. Always do like doing a little bit of this. And then we could take our chiseled... Well, we had the chisel top. Now we have the chisel top brick. Well, reverse that. Ah. Wrong. We'll leave it like that for now. We need to definitely get a little bit more work done on it, but for now it's okay. Up here, I think I'm just gonna do like a little bit of a little bit of mess. Maybe we can do like that, so it's a little tiny bit lighter. And then here we can just do something. I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. Do our darker stuff up the top for where the overhang would be to make that look a little bit more extreme. Be a little bit more of our pale in here. Yeah, I kind of like it. Sure. Sure. That'll probably get moved over here because that'll be a little bit more open. As this will probably turn into stairs as it's going. So we can actually kind of use this as a little mess point to bring it over a touch more. Yeah. English only in chat, please, my friends. Help me in the mods. Make sure that we can read everything in here to keep it a safe space for everybody. So thank you for being on board with helping us make sure everybody can feel welcome in here. And the way we can do that is by being able to read the messages that y'all are sending. Because without that, we unfortunately have to assume the worst because we're on the internet. Woo! Internet! Yay! Internet! So, thank you for understanding. Is this mod Lightmatica the one where you're... No, it's Axiom. Using Axiom to do all of the replacing. fWhip just hates the French. Exactly, Snaz. That's right. You definitely got that one like right like hitting the nail right on the head there. You definitely got it. Mm-hmm. Super true. Dude, I so wish there was like a white version of scaffolding. That'd be so cool. Are you using any other creative mods besides Axiom? No. I mostly just do everything with Axiom nowadays. Let's throw some deep slate in here for now. Thinking I want to... Let's go with deep slate tiles so that we can have it be as dark as possible. I will go and delete this guy again. Oh, that's not supposed to be on the top. Do we want this to... Let's have this come up to a full block. Why not? I usually do the slab. We can do a little full block and throw some fun stuff on top of it. And then this right here, we'll just step back. I know that gray building being right next to us here makes it a little annoying, but we'll figure out how we can do it. That'll work. Yeah, I'm definitely still feeling the lag. Oh, what did I get rid of? I got rid of tough brick. I'm definitely still feeling the lag from... Yeah, what are we at? 50 FPS? So it seems to be getting better. But... Ugh. I don't like playing Minecraft at 30 FPS, I can tell you that much. Look how much of our world we can see. Look at all that. That's the raid farm. That doesn't even exist in the hard. There's the ocean monument. Oh, that's so funny looking. Is it really always this framey? Ugh. Does seem to be getting better. Yeah, slightly better, but if it idles at 40, I do not want to use it. That's for sure. Yeah. No, that's not right.
Pleased to meet you.
World looks amazing, fWhip. Love all the new builds.
Zella, thank you so much for the 23 months. I really appreciate that, and thank you so much. I'm really excited for y'all to get the world download. I'm so excited. I always love seeing the screenshots everybody shares when it gets posted, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you so very much. I think wax slightly weathered cut copper stairs would be a great touch to your next roof. We should use wax slightly weathered cut copper stairs. Okay, we need a chimney on this guy.
Pleased to meet you.
Thinking.
Whip, a year, D. Do one there, one here. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Little thing sticking out. Charlotte, thank you so much for the 2 years. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. Does Lightmatica work for you? It is not updated for me yet. Yeah, Lightmatica has been updated forevers. Check out, there's a new person handling it. Soko, or... no, Sakura Ryoko, sorry. They are handling Lightmatica now. And then up here, we just want to get some noise for the deep slate roof, so we're probably just going to go with this, because I always do it. It's a little like gritty. Still like some of the actual tile to be at the like moving its way up, but it looks a little bit better. For the contrast, we'll keep the tile around the base of this guy, so it stays contrasting against that lighter stone. Otherwise, it looks like we're starting to merge them together, which we don't want to do. Then here, we'll keep the darker going around there. And then same with this. We'll keep that tile really focused around this point here so that those roofs still are able to stay separate instead of look like they're starting to blur together. We can do that corners there. That's not too bad. Rocking with rocks, exactly. That's the goal. Just keep rocking. How do you find the balance between having too much road in a city as compared to too little roads, more lines for building? That's something I struggle with when making cities. It's something I'm constantly trying to learn more of too, I would say, is I'm trying to have more depth to streets and then make sure that my streets aren't just like the front and back of a building. So something I'm going to try avoiding when I get into my next city project is this right here, where this building is here and there's a road on the front, and then right behind the building, there's another road. It works for some buildings, but what I really want to start moving towards is more of this, where there's the road kind of going all the way around here as our main road. There's also another bit of a main road that kind of leaches in right to here. And then maybe they have a tiny alley between them, but like they're still like a front and a back house. Like houses are more sharing walls. Like in here, there's 4 houses that are pretty much connected like a blob. That's something that I'm really trying to start improving on as I move into this. Whereas right now you can kind of get a little glimpse of that here where we have there with a little like joint open area in the middle. But then over here it's very much street, house, and that's not my favorite. So I would say that's what I'm trying to work on right now, and I'd recommend checking that out too if that's something you're trying to do, just to see if it might help you. Maybe I just need to drop my render distance down. We can try this. Then we get the LODs like right there. Ew. That didn't help FPS at all. I really have to change this to 128. That's no fun. You mean like street, house, street? Yeah, that's what I want to start going towards. I think street, house, street is my ideal. Or even like street, house, little courtyard, more house, and then you'd have another street. So I've kind of already set in stone for how I'm doing everything in this city, so I'm not expanding on that idea too much, but it's something that I'm trying to move forward with. I feel like because we're on this the college street here, like University Street, we need to get some big old flower pot hanging viney things. That's not how you spell chain. That's how you spell cane. Let's go with you, and then a flower pot. And a fern. I don't know. A little something. Changes it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. This is a little something kind of more fun. And then we can also get like an actual hanging sign that would be showing what the building is. Which could be just, I don't know, off of this. Nah, we'll have the tree right there. It'd probably be sticking out a little bit farther. So we can do, I already have a trapdoor. I really hate that you have to place a full block to place a hanging sign off of it. But yeah, they can have something right there. Any buildings or plans for an empty section near the base of the tree where the orange path is at? Yeah, we're gonna do kind of like a fancier upper district over there. Maybe by the door. Well, it's so recessed back here that's kind of hidden. So I want something out here so when you're walking on the street, you can see what's up. That is the goal. We also need a lantern probably because it's gonna be pretty dark out here. Once we get these big tree canopies in, this place is gonna be very dark. Actually, let's go with, we're gonna steal this from Papyrus, but do like a different version of it. Is there no? There is. Why are you not? Weird. Yeah, I'll just do a little guy right in here. Oh, we forgot this. Cool. We'll do that. Maybe they move, but like the floor pattern. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows what this is actually gonna be, but it's fine. And that was like giving fun colored doors. So we're gonna give him a jungle door. And right now, to complete our interior, somebody else can do it. Last bit in here, I think I want to just do some spruce shutters on the windows. It might be a little too much, but I think it could work. And then up on top to incorporate a little bit more of that spruce in here for where we have these guys coming in. We'll just do some banding. How is it a forever world if it's hardcore? My logic is that I've already played in this hardcore world for hundreds, if not thousands of hours more than most people who are currently jumping on the hardcore or on the Minecraft Forever World trend on YouTube. So if we're going off of a real quote, whatever it means to be a forever world, that means to have a long lasting Minecraft world, right? And so I think that I qualify for that by having been in the Minecraft world that I'm currently playing in the hardcore world for now almost 4 years. So personally, I think I qualify as being somebody who's been in a quote forever world when you look at how much the other people who are in their forever worlds have been in their Minecraft world for 3, maybe 4 weeks now, with most of the people who are jumping on the trend who are all starting their forever world. So if we're going off of all that logic, I feel like it applies to me as somebody who actually has a long-term Minecraft world. And the name of Forever World right now is really just the trend. So as a Minecraft content creator, you need to be titling your videos and things as something that's going to help you get views. And right now, just putting Forever World on a video actually gets you about 20 to 30% more views if you already have an audience. So if you're thinking about SEOs and everything, it's actually dumb of me to not put it on videos. So that's why I'm doing it. How do you stay motivated doing larger builds like castles? I think breaking it down into smaller sections and really focusing on what you have achieved is a very, very important thing to do. When you're building up big projects like that, I think it helps a ton with being able to just like show that you've done something. So instead of focusing on, I haven't done anything in the castle, you could be like, hey, I finished the front gate of my castle. It's getting there. We're making progress. That type of vibe, you know? People are taking the term forever way too literally. It's just a long-term world way past Minecraft endgame. Yours is easily one. Yeah, but also the term, like quite literally, the word forever means that you're going to be in it forever. But it also is something just that people use to title because somebody did it once and it became trendy. So there's a lot of realism in why people would be hesitant about it, because the person who did originally, I don't even know who started it, but whoever did start the trend, like, they misnamed it. Like, they picked a name that they wanted to make it even more like hype, and I don't even think the original person who started it is even making a quote forever world anymore. So who knows? Trying to make it a little overgrown. I like this street being here, like, very, very lush and full of foliage. Yeah, obviously a Minecraft world can't actually last forever. I mean, there are some people who have had Minecraft worlds for a very, very long time. I mean, look at Agnes as an example, one of the head developers of Minecraft. She still plays in her original Minecraft world that she started way back in the day, and, like, uses that to showcase off features. And she's in the same Minecraft world that she's literally started playing Minecraft in. Like, that's pretty cool that it's even possible to keep updating through all the different updates, you know? Do you plan moving forward with the Mediterranean themes islands project I know you've been talking about? So the island you're talking about is this guy down here. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. I do want to start expanding the world up and down farther. But I have thought of what I want to do over in this village. I was looking at, we have our big medieval fantasy place here. Look at all those colorful houses. Yes, yes, yes. So nice. And then over here, we have our very much like desert inspired, which you could kind of assume is like either Middle Eastern or like North African, some little Mediterranean elements in there. So when we're thinking in that term, like what meets in the middle of that? And I was kind of leaning towards, I was like, well, the one that kind of makes the most sense to me, that's like northern Mediterranean, northwestern Mediterranean. I kept coming, I mean, I'm sure I'm not 100% accurate, but I kept coming up with like a Tuscan village. So we don't have a lot of land around us. So I've decided that this one here, oh, my annotation is right there. This is going to be a Tuscan style village out here. That hopefully will be pretty cool when we can actually get around to building it. So I think we might jump onto this project soon, just as a way to bring their connected into the desert out here a little bit better. And then we'll go from there. And then that'll kind of get us into a little bit of the Mediterranean vibe. And then if we want to work on those islands down there, that could be cool. Add in those tall Italian towers. Maybe. Like what Germsy Boy did with all the colorful houses. I don't want to copy him exactly. That's his project that he's got going on, and I don't want to be jumping on that. That's for him to do. But I kind of want to take the architecture style that actually, I was scrolling through photos from when my wife and I went on our honeymoon. We actually stayed in a small village in Tuscany for a while, which was absolutely amazing. And I took so many pictures of the village. So I was scrolling through those just on my phone because I was kind of just looking for something to do. And I was like, I kind of want to rebuild a lot of these. Like, that would be really fun. That'd be a cool memory throwback to like take some of those old photos and use it as inspiration. So I kind of want to do that. And they were a lot of like stone houses with like colors plopped onto them. But still, it'd probably be a lot of like our dead coral blocks, to be honest. But then we'll probably add a lot more paint and color and just Minecraftify it. So we got this guy done. That's cool. I like. Next door to it, what do we want to do here? I think that's enough for now. I might come back and tweak it later, but I think it works for a house in the city. I think it's city approved. It's a little flat there, but I'm kind of leaving space for this guy. Yeah, I mean, a list of what mods / help you have in a creative copy that you're currently playing in. All of my mods are linked in my Discord. Brick house, but it's not in the middle of the street. That could be our brick house. That's in the middle. No, I'm kidding. This one down here, I do know that I want this to be mud and terracotta. But like, I know I want this guy to be a mud brick because I want it to be very much like themed after what we use in the city walls to really show that it's linked in with it for being the barracks. A window there. Oh, oopsies. So that's gonna be mud. What's a slightly darker block to work with mud? What's a slightly darker one? Oh, can you not put that in? I thought you could put that in there. Dripstone's kind of lighter, right? Basalt? Basalt is definitely darker than mud. Spruce is definitely darker. Oh, brown mushroom block. That might work. No, that's definitely lighter. Yeah. Acacia log. No, it's too gray. Jungle. I mean, it's definitely darker. I feel like it's more green though. Barrel. Jungle. Are jungle planks darker? I thought they were lighter. Yeah, they're lighter. The spruce kind of... I mean, let's try oak log. I guess oak log's slightly darker. Ooh, dirt. Duh, dirt. Who said dirt? Must love mom. Good job. I think dirt works. Red sandstone. I'm trying to just get a little slight darker color in here. I mean, that can be our... Gray terracotta as well if dirt is too ugly. I like building with dirt. I think it looks good. But I mean, light gray terracotta, you said? I feel like, yeah, we can throw a little bit of that in. A little bit in the corners. I feel like light gray and mud brick work really well together. What wall do I want to use here? Kind of want to go with a tough brick wall. I feel like that contrast looks nice. You can just do like a... I so wish we could put buttons on top of walls. I know you used to be able to do that in Bedrock, and oh, it looks so good. And then for the roof, we've been using tile. What else have we used? We've done a lot of deep slate for all of our city like official buildings, so we'll keep up with that. Keep it consistent. We did have the spruce trim, so I can do that here. Just for cohesion's sake. It's not my favorite thing to do anymore. I don't think it looks the best, but it is what we did on all of the other buildings, so we got to do it. And then we'll just take a couple deep slate. that, and that. And then we can take a little bit of this. We can leave a little likey like on the stream. And actually, let's do this as brick. Why not? Perfect. Dude, we got 1,300 people in here. Nice. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Well, actually, we have 1,600 if we include all of our Twitch friends. It could be an abandoned house with cobwebs that nobody wants to live in because of superstitions. I don't know if I really like that in the city here. It feels a little too off for what I'm kind of going for here. It's one of those things where I'm like, in theory, cool. Actuality, I don't really want it. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that shape like here at least. I want the jungle, not spruce. A little like stand or something. I don't know if this is gonna stay as a, oh sorry. I don't know if it's staying as a seating area, so you can just grab that, delete. Who knows? And then the other thing I used to do was this. Do that, why not? Why not? No HOA nightmares. Nah, I don't
Pleased
think
to meet
HOAs
you.
probably existed in this time period.
Is there a video you suggest for Litematica? Also can't wait for world download.
I just watched the
exclamation mark,
Litematica
_fWhip,
on the
colon
actual-
_fWhip heart.
I think it was the CurseForge page.
Pleased to meet you.
Sparklurk Sparklurk.
That's all I watched, and I was able to figure out what I need to. Maybe we do that. But yeah, if you're struggling with Litematica, I would say just give it some time to try and figure things out. It can take a little bit of time to get it done, but it's not the hardest thing in the world to learn, in my opinion. So yeah, I would say just give yourself some time to figure it out and kind of struggle through it, and then you'll get there, I believe. We're gonna go boop boop. I think I'm just gonna do one of these. That can kind of be our little entrance into here. And then we can grab just, I already have one of those, of course. I always throw so many spruce trap doors on my hotbar. Kind of show that it's got like a big door that's open and people can go in there. Then we'll decorate out a little bit later, but for now, I don't know. Let's just throw in our floor of, I don't know. Just do mostly tough for the floor in here. Then we can grab, let's just grab some tough cobblestone. And then we'll grab some mossy cobble to kind of merge it together and blur in this a little bit. And we can maybe do stone brick, mossy stone brick, and that'll kind of help with. We're getting rid of a lot of that tough, but that's fine with me. Yeah, that works. Dead brain coral works great for that too. Yeah, we could throw some of that in. Some coral. I do like dead brain coral. It's a good block. And we'll decorate it after we finish that building, because we need to figure out what the heck's actually going to go in there. And I do want to keep that little green space. I think that'd be fun to have like a little spindly tree growing up the outside of this red one. How to remove the text at the bottom left? It seems to appear whenever I'm checking the replay from flashback. Like your chat keeps appearing. I have no idea. There's probably a setting in there to turn it off. Exactly, Lulu, except I'm asking myself to gather dead coral blocks in the future, so. Could you make a pink and purple house? We'll probably do a pink house. We've got a few cherry wood houses. Like, I've got this guy that I absolutely love. I think it's a really, really fun palette to work with. Very similar to what we just did, just change out the pink for white, and that's kind of what we actually just made. So we'll probably do one of those again here soon. Let's go. So this guy's going to be all stone along the bottom for the walls, because it's just going to kind of be that way. Because he's a shorter one. Not the most fun. What do we want to do? What else? I guess we could take the build palette we used in here, because he's nearby, so it could kind of go with those into a little bit, and then we could do like a little bit of a transit, like a wooden, like just a solid block transition, then we go into some brick. That could kind of work. So if we say like here down as our mud, and then we hard transition the above into brick. And then just send that across here. And then, yeah, okay. And then that I need to... No, not all the way there, actually. And in fact, I did that completely wrong. We're going to take this all the way around. Yep. Let me turn that brightness up for y'all. I think a tough generator should be a thing. I think we should be able to buy tough from stonemason villagers. I think tough and calcite need to be available for trades with stonemason villagers. That's my thought. Just kind of going for it right now. We'll smooth out all of this as we're moving. Like, why can we buy dripstone from stonemason villagers, but we can't buy calcite? Which dripstone is farmable. Like, that one's always messed with me. I don't really understand the logic behind that. Tough is kind of tough to farm. It is pretty tough. kind of fun. Just for the front side here. Well, we definitely need to figure this. I know I'm all over the place here, but we got to figure out where the heck this is going. Because that could come to here. And then this can come up to a full block, and then we'll just kind of bring this out here so it has a little bit more space for like some seating or something. I got that. Okay. And inside here, I can just break all this stuff because I don't think it actually exists. No, does it exist in the world yet? I can't remember if I placed these blocks in. Oh well. We'll never know until we get there. I don't think I have, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I built those farms that exist like right down here. So it's definitely not here yet. It works. Oh, I goofed that up over on the side. That needs to be you, and then that would be there. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna go buttons, and we're gonna grab just stone buttons, and we can just kind of dot these along. And then this is like this is like completely hidden back here, so a little goofy, but it's all right. We'll make it work. What mods are the ones that let you change the blocks out so fast? Axiom. Oh, oh no, it's just the roof. It's just the roof. It don't matter. This is just noise to the side because none of it's going to actually show. And also to cut down on how many bricks I need. Because bricks are hard to get compared to granite and terracotta. And you have no emeralds. I think I'm kind of gearing up towards doing a big emerald generation like build soon. I think I need to do that. I kind of want to go with a trapdoor window here. Not really the... Do something like that could kind of work. And then we could go with a little... I don't know why I kind of want to do like a full-on here, but I think that's too noisy. That's going to be way too repetitive. So I don't think it's going to be that great. Let's do that. And I could do the old fWhip classic. Yeah, there's a fWhip classic right there for you. Campfires over windows, baby. Cleric trading? I know, I need to set up maybe that's a good excuse to get to the dwarven area to set up the cleric villager trading hall. Currently building my first mountain. Do you have any tips on texturing? I can't find any help anywhere. If you're looking for tips on texturing, try and texture based on the slope. That's a good way to get started. So if it's a really, really steep section, maybe add a darker color. And if it's a really, really flat section, that's where you could add in some lighter colors, like your stones or your concrete powders, or even if it's like, if you want snow or grass or something, those will be in your less steep areas. I'd say to get started there. What do we want to make this roof out of? What do we have down here? I kind of want to just grab this. That could look nice. Because it's also Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with tough brick. Well, we'll turn it all to tough brick, and we'll have tough brick. We'll have tough. We'll have mossy cobble, and we'll have cobble and a little stone brick potentially. Oh, I also have mossy stone brick. Yeah, okay. Maybe no stone brick, just cobble. Yeah. So we need to get this. And we need to go with clone. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I guess that's the exact same as here. Cool. Easy. Oh, we never textured the back of that. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Hey, Jordan, no worries. Welcome on in. I'm leaving those window areas open. We'll just figure that out. Oh, no. Oops. We'll get those sorted manually when we're in there. It's so nice that this actually remembers the, like, stair rotations when you're copying things around. Oh, God, it saves so much time. And then we can just fill the top of this area here with those guys. And here, bam, and we're just gonna go with bam and bam because otherwise it'll have a gap. Cool. Yellow roof would be pretty. It would be pretty, but it's so far out of like the theming of everything that we're doing in here that it just doesn't work. It's the same that like I tried making a thatch roof when bamboo released right there. Why I put honeycomb in it, I don't know, but I did. Don't ask me. That was a fWhip decision. But it just stands out so much against everything else that's finished in the city that I just don't really like it anymore. And I think that's something that is actually on, like, I try to never do it, but I think that's on my redo list. I try and not redo things too much when I'm playing Minecraft, just because I really like to preserve the idea when I made things. But that, man, that's getting rough. That's a rough one. I'm not a fan. I think this is all completely hidden, so I'm just gonna convert it all into just poke planks, or it just like barely pokes out the top, like, yeah, barely right in there, which is fine. And get little windows in there. Yeah, that works. You make a farmhouse using a hay roof. If we had hay, slabs, and stairs, I would 100%. I just don't
Pleased to
like
meet
the
you.
full block roofs too much. Wild
It's
man,
hot
thanks for the 8
and I'm
months.
working in a house with no AC, power, or restrooms on the Florida coast, but God's given me another day to work, so I can't complain. Hope your day is going extraordinary. Red
Hey,
heart
Wild man, thank you
emoji.
so much for the
Red heart
8 months at
emoji.
tier 2. Hope the work day cools down a little bit for you. That sounds like a spicy one. I appreciate the support though, my friend. Thank you. Cozy call. Are we feeling cozy? It's nice and toasty out today. I'm enjoying it. We're gonna bring a lot of our lighter colors in over towards this roof just so that it feels very separate. And then who knows what we're doing over here, so I'll just kind of stay as is. I already know I'm gonna need multiple shulkers of tough. That's every time I expand the city. I'm like, all right, how many shulkers of tough do I need this time? I don't know, but it's gonna be a yes. It's not a number, it's just a yes. It's just, we will need yes numbers of tough. That's okay though. That roof is looking amazing. Thank you. I think it'll be a good one. I like this combo. This is a good combo. That's a lot of tough in a line, though. Let's do that. Break it up a little. Dot it down there. A little stone brick here. A little bit of patch right there. Yeah, that's a fun roof. What we could do is trade these to be back one. And then we can get some flowers in here with a little azure bluette, maybe. It's kind of my go-to. Always has been, always will be, probably. Yeah, it's a simple little guy, but I actually think it works well. Bamboo slabs, blocks, and hay for the floor. Or hay for the roof. I was like, there's a lot of yellow. Open fence gate under the campfire. Yeah, I'm okay with them being floating. We could do something like that, potentially. And then trade those guys out for... maybe? No. Potentially a little tie-in with the neighbor building. Is that too bright? Yeah, it's too bright. Actually, do I like it, though? I think I like that more. Yeah, let's do that. Plans for any Mesoamerican inspired builds? Nah, not any right now, but never say never. I don't know. Could at some point. Well, I don't know. Just a fun little detail there. And then on this side, I used to do a lot of these coming down, just like a gutter line. So do something like that, just to give it some more. What countries have I been to? I'm from the US, but I've been to Canada and Mexico a few times. I've been to the UK and I've been to Italy. That's kind of most of it. Is the farming area outside the walls considered path or its own separate town? It's kind of the outskirts of path. Like, I wouldn't say, like, they're definitely not structured around like city politics and whatnot, but they're definitely connected and like they rely on each other a lot. So it seems we're about 90 FPS now when we reduce that frame render distance. We can still see, I mean, we can still see all the way to the Dwarven Tough Hall. We can see the Cartographer Village. You can't, oops, sorry. You can't quite see all the, I guess path would be that way. Can't quite see all the way out there. But you can see the Mediterranean future island and all these disgusting beacon beams. Oh, they're so bad. Most of them are actually gone. I'm getting rid of them. Is there a bank? I don't actually think we have like a full-on bank. Most of them are gone. These ones are still in there, though. I believe you have been removed. You've been removed. And I believe those are still in there. And that's the raid farm that no longer exists. That one's definitely over there. That is, where's this one? Oh, that's the, whatchamacallit, the trial chamber I keep destroying for copper. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Oh, beacon beams are disgusting, dude. Click the like button if you haven't already, my friends. We got 1,500 people in here, and we are under 800 likes right now. So if we can get up to 1,000, I'd very much appreciate it.
Pleased to meet you.
5 months already.
Kind of looks nice.
Whip heart.
Frizia, Johan, thank you so much for the 5 months. I feel like I always say that wrong, but thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I'm even close. The beacon disgusting. Dude, beacon beams are so ugly in Minecraft. Would you be interested in building a mushroom house / Smurf inspired village? I've already made the Smurf mega base. I can't do it again. That's okay. I think that's decent for that house for now. Doesn't need anything super special. You fit a little garden in the back of that building. There's not much space for gardens behind these. They're really, really close up against the wall. Like, quite literally. I mean, we could maybe do a little thing in here for this house. Like, they could have something. But this guy literally just has that. And we even have, like, those blocks that are just stuck in here. This guy could get this little space, though. They probably would be using it for something, like a little bit of storage or something like that. So we can open that up. And we actually never textured any of these side walls, so... Where's the regular tough? There it is. Need to get these done real quick. We'll just do a little like here. I like to do like vertical strips for texturing sometimes. I think it can kind of look a little nice. So that works decently well. Trying to texture more in bunches than I do in noise. So like having at least 2 or 3 of a thing connected. Unless it's like specifically meant to be just a noisy thing.
Pleased to
They
meet
can have a
you.
little door back into here and then they can do what they wish. In this
Lock
back
in
area.
for 16 more months. Love and respect, bro.
Hey Jordan, thank you so much for the 16 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, look at us. Hour and 45 minutes into stream today, and we got 2 houses done. Boop-boo! So fast. We're zooming. What's made this take so long? I guess we messed around with Distant Horizons for like a half hour. Start doing interiors? No. Why would I do interiors when I can make you all do interiors for me? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. One moment. Enjoy some good music. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for clicking the like for the chair. They appreciate it. Do you think we'll recognize path if it's evolved to 2025? I don't know, man. We'll see if they start restricting buildings to stay in style or not. Couch looks comfy. It's a good couch. It's a good couch. I do like it. Here, a bit of basalt, deep slate, tough brick. I'm trying to think of like a something like this as our base. I kind of want to keep like a gray tone going, just make it look a little bit darker than what we have over there. So we can maybe, I don't know, what else would we work in here? Gray concrete powder, cyan terracotta. Cyan terracotta. I don't know. I'm gonna want to go gather it, but I will. My prediction is that fWhip is gonna finish 2 more houses. It's a bold guess. A bold guess. So the plan in here that we had talked about originally, like thinking towards the idea of an interior, was to have like a central like base shop floor, and then the top would be split into 2 different units. So it just kind of have like one house in there and one house in here. So I'd love to actually like symbolize that.
Pleased to meet you.
But it's gonna kind of give like a very, very small space. I guess we could like break it in half so that they're kind of even splitting who has which. By Jock, thank you so much for, I think, for the tier 1. Thank you. Stop skipping interiors, Flippity. No. I don't do the interiors because currently people who have access to the supporter server on tier 2 are able to jump onto the server there, and I have this world uploaded.
Pleased to meet you.
And they can do the interiors there for me.
Everybody like the stream. Hey fWhip.
Arzalette, thank you so much for the 35 months. I really appreciate that. But yeah, if you've ever wanted to have one of your builds in this world, there's interiors are up for grabs for people who would like to do it. There's absolutely no pressure to do it. There's no expectations for them to be done, but some people have found it pretty fun to be able to do it. And as like a thank you for the help with helping me to complete this project, I've been helping people with like judging interiors and giving them feedback on what I think they could do a little differently, what I would improve, what I would change. And so it's the best way that I can give like one-on-one build feedback, because let's be honest, 90% of the stream, not 90%, that's a lot. I would say like 30% of the stream questions that I get on a live stream, every single stream, is, hey fWhip, can you give me building tips? Or hey, can you help me how to build better? So now I actually have a way of helping people to build better. Interiors aren't scary. I actually, you're probably going to be surprised by this one. I enjoy building interiors. I actually think interiors are pretty fun to make. The problem with interiors is they take forever to get done right and do it correctly and do it well. So that's where a lot of my like miss comes from doing interiors, where I just don't do them, is because the amount of time that it takes me to plan and do the exterior of the build usually takes me that much, if not more, to do the interior of the build. So it's a lot of time that I just don't really have the hours for, which is a bummer, because like, yeah, I enjoy interiors. It's just I don't have the time to do them. Which is why I never do, especially when like also on YouTube, like a lot of the audience, sure, they like to see it, but they don't really like, I find that those are actually sometimes the least watched portions of videos, is the interior sections. So that also kind of makes it just also, again, not worth all the time and energy and effort to go into it. They don't have a membership. That's okay. There's no need to have a membership. Absolutely no pressure. Appreciate everybody who is a member, but there's absolutely no pressure to be a member.
Cha-ching!
We'll put the floor on this just so that when it does get up there for members to do, people will know what they are getting into. And Wildman, thank you so much for the gift member, my dude. I appreciate that. Kind of like this little texture. Works out well.
Cha-ching!
Wildman with 5 gift members. Thanks so much, my dude. 5 more gift members. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If y'all got gift memberships today or recently, make sure you join the Discord. You can get access to the world download when it comes out. What happens if you die in your hardcore world? We start a new world. I don't know what it would be. Maybe it's hardcore again. Maybe it's... Dude, I swear my headphones are going out. They're all tangled too. Sorry. There it is. Okay. Please start a new world? I don't want to start a new world. Is it possible to make a classic skin? When I use my custom skin on a server, everyone else just sees the Steve skin on Bedrock? I have absolutely no idea. I don't Bedrock, I'm sorry. I tried so hard and got so far, but then in the end, it doesn't even matter. All right. Okay. There it goes. Next world is going to have 1,000,001 mods, and just for the fun of it? Nah, absolutely not. I don't like mods. You probably will not see me playing modded Minecraft that much anymore. I've had fun on modded
Pleased
Minecraft
to meet
series,
you.
but I just
I
don't
just
enjoy 'em.
remember to use Prime after and add lol.
Hey, Ronan Bulo, thank you so much for the 8 months, my dude. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching the ad. It's great. It's very kind of you. Hey, got a reminder some way, right? But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Do that. Okay, it's getting in there. Can't type today. Oh, I was gonna put this floor in. Yeah, that's what I was doing with that. They're gonna need like an actual way to get into their upstairs area from here, so we're gonna need to make space for some staircase of sorts to get up on that side. Stairs. Just run some cobble. I don't know. Be a little lighter colored. I guess they probably would have actually put in some spruce stairs or something. Probably didn't build the whole chamber there outside of a... That'll work for here, though. I think you should build a horse monument on the mountain you always see horses on. Maybe one day. Could work. You never know.
Pleased to meet you.
Do that there. And then actually have it like a little raised up something back here. I don't know. We'll do that. Sure. Yeah. Detective Waffle, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. What do we want to do for the walls up here? You have a favorite Minecraft mob? I've always really liked the polar bears for some reason. What street is this on? This is University Street. Maybe something light. I feel like pink wouldn't work because we have a very bluey tone. So we need something to complement the blue, but not be blue. Kinda want to try acacia. But like we darken it with like a lot of our orange terracotta. Oh, we could just go with red. I just check out mangrove.
Hello, many greetings.
Finn with the 5 gift subs. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so very much. 5 of 12 is way too high. No, it's not. It's
Hello, many greetings.
less than 200 blocks higher than the normal world height. Or because it's 2 separate houses.
Hello, many greetings.
No, I don't like the split.
Hello, many
What do we like?
greetings.
Do we like the orange or do we like the red? We'll texture it up. We're just getting a base color in for now.
Hello, many greetings.
Many greetings. I'm seeing 2 reds, 3 oranges, Okay, a lot more reds. Now there's a lot more reds. To be fair, none. I think we can make them work. Seen a lot more reds. Leaning to orange. Huh. Dude, y'all are pretty split 50-50. I don't think both is going to work. So I don't want to do the blue for the walls because we have the blue. We have a lot of blue down here in the deep slate and the basalt. So I want to contrast it. Let's try the red. Let's see what happens if we try red. Does that go out here? No, that's the roof. Okay. Oh, that definitely erased something it wasn't supposed to. Red is too dark. I think it could work though. That's a skinny second floor, I'm just now realizing. It's only a 3-block tall floor. Oh well. Attic will be a little bit bigger. Peach, thank you so much for the bits. Does the Donkey Company have a building in path? Not in path itself. The closest donkey way station is the one in the little village over there. But yeah, we don't have one on that side quite yet. Finn, thank you so much for the bits too. YouTube friends, be sure to click the like button if you haven't already. We're getting close to 1,000 likes right now. I really do appreciate it. So for red, we have Netherrack. Yes, Netherrack is a great block. We have Stripped Men Groove. And we have red Terracotta. Mandolin with the 100 biddies. A Corgo hype train. Is there a hype train? There is a hype train. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that, y'all. So we can bring in our red terracotta, bring a little bit more light into here. And we can very much add our darkness in with a little bit of our friend. And then just to add the variation in that mid-tone.
Hype train.
And thank you so much for the 200 biddies. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know some of y'all are Netherrack haters, but I think it's a really, really good block for texturing. Over here, we want to definitely make it darker just because otherwise the tones are going to really clash. And back here, because we have a lot of red down there with a brick, we want to really darken this side probably. Or just avoid the terracotta, I'd say. Now we're kind of in the shadows back here behind all of it, so we can add a little bit more of, even more of the dark. That'll work. Maybe this is a little bit of red. Cool. Country Bell, thank you so much for the bits. They only have one window on the front, so maybe we give them another little one right there. I think just regular glass panes could be nice. Love Netherrack. I think it looks cool with texturing. I use it like all the time. Yeah, I've been really, really enjoying working with Netherrack. I kind of like that. That's simple. I don't think the little one back there will get much view. It's not for view. It's just to get some ambient light coming in. Not all windows are to have a view out of them. Sometimes the window is literally just to bring natural light in the house. So like, sure, it's not going to have much. They would probably have it closed most of the time or covered. But the sun throughout a lot of the day would be able to shine through the window and just give them a little bit more ambient light in there that they wouldn't otherwise get, which is good. Dark tinted glass. I just like the white outline that we get
Hi,
on
fWhip
regular
evil
glass.
laugh.
Dark Pixels, thank you for the 100 biddies. Guess we could do light gray. And then this one could be gray. Do a balcony on the riverside on one building. I feel weird about doing that because they're right above the city, like, guard walls. So I feel like there'd be some restrictions on, hey, we can't have you just standing out here over the wall. So, I mean, maybe this guy, this little house, we could do a little balcony out here. Give him like a little, just a little something. I mean, they could have that. That could work. Well, I don't know. Looks perfect. Good, 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 good. Doors, let's just throw in our mangrove. Why not? One sec. And then we need to get our grates down here, and because we don't want to stand out too
Pleased
much.
to meet you.
Maybe we honestly do. Star Killer, thank you so much for coming to member, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's give it a little bit more dark. I think it's looking pretty good. I really wish there was a way to have like a really, really lush, just like hanging over flower something or another. Like, I wish you could have a pot and like put something in that just like sprawled out over it. I guess you could probably do that with like a texture pack. But I don't know. We're gonna finish off our red, blue, green with some ferns. That ain't half bad. And I think for here, just to make it look a little bit more put together, we can do something like that. And cut that to be, let's grab just coral. It's gonna be like a little area that they maybe maintain out in front of their shop. And then we can bring a tiny bit of that orange back in. And then they get a little pop. 1.7k people in here, not even 1,000 likes? Shame, I know, Jinxie. How could it? Brighter roof to contrast. Yeah, I think we might go for... Honestly, could maybe go for this. Like a very warm tone. Or honestly, this one, I think. Let's do that. And cover, we need this guy. We also need a mud. that would be there. Maybe none of that.
Pleased to meet you.
I kind of like picking 3 blocks. We could potentially work in a 4th if we want jungle, but I don't know. Vurt, thank you so much for the prime. Do a resin roof. Yeah. There's that. Oh, no, it goes the other way. It's fine. And then we need to go with boom, boom, boom. And I can grab these 2. Boop, 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 boop. Up here we can grab a bam and a bam, and we can just do all of that. Perfect. Done. No. Could you technically say the university will look like a big castle? More of a palace than a castle, but yes, castle-y vibes. Why jungle slab? Because jungle, copper, mud, oak. That's a pretty good transition right there. Oh no, it does open. Ew, yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, that does need to transition through. Space Goat, thank you so much for coming to member, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. 1K likes, we did it! Wow! Do you have templates for different style houses saved? Not really, but we've been in this place for so long that I now can kind of just jump around and pick things out of different ones that I like and bring them in, because I don't want to introduce too many new ideas. Otherwise, we start losing the existing like style and theme. It's constantly my eyeball, sorry. So yeah, I gotta like be smart about what variations I add in and really determine if it's a smart thing to change it up or not. Because if you change up too many things, then you just have so many different aspects into your city that it just makes your city look really noisy. So if you want your city to look really cohesive and put together, that's when you need to start figuring out how to do like smart areas to put new stuff in, instead of only like, instead, if every single building you make looks different than the last, then it'll just make the whole place look a little too chaotic. So I'm trying to find ways that we can continue reusing assets from around the place and bring that all into one, and then it can be a lot better. How do you stay motivated to go 10,000 days in the same world? I just keep expanding along the projects I have and keep trying to make new things is a big part of it. I really, really like building. I really like continuing to expand my world and making things and all that stuff. So it's a good creative outlet for me, and also a big part, which is not to be ignored, is that it is my job. And right now, my job is to make content, and right now this is my most successful series on YouTube, so it's very easy to continue making content for it. We're gonna put this one right here. Nope, that's another window. It's gonna go right here. So I'd say that's probably a big part of it too.
Will there be parks or green spaces inside Path?
We already have one park, but I want to, like, this is going to be a big green strip right here on this side. Like, that whole section is going to be some benches and just some planters and things. All of these planters that you see here, The goal, I don't know how well it's going to work, but the goal is to basically cover this entire road with a tree canopy. So these are all going to be really, really big oak trees that go all the way up there. That's my goal. We'll see if it happens. We do have this little park over here. We also have this more manicured park up here. This eventually is going to be a little playground for the kiddies from the school right there. And we've got some more green spaces down throughout along the aqueduct and whatnot down there. So I do want to keep including more green spaces. But I don't think there's going to be like a grand central park or anything like that. I think we're a little late into coming up with one of those. And this one, we're going to go right here. Okay, that's not in line. Perfect. And this one, these aren't going to have fire coming out the top. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Cool. Look at us. Wow, we did it. We did another house. Will you add a park in New Papyrus? We've got some green spaces over there, but I do have plans to keep going with it. What are you playing in your free time? I'm still working through Oblivion
Hello,
Remastered.
How is the planning going? _@who.
And Expedition 33. But I feel like Expedition 33 is one of those games that I only want to play it right now when I can sit down and just like sink hours into it. So I'm probably going to be playing that a lot this weekend. My wife's out of town on a bachelorette party, so I got a boys' day on Saturday. I'm getting the boys over for all of the partners who are going on the bachelorette party, and so we're gonna do big barbecue here at the house. But I think outside that, I'm either gonna be working or playing Expedition 33. Hanging sign. That's what I was trying to think of. Actually, I think we just want to do this. But Build and Break, thank you for the 7 months, my dude. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. It's going. We've got all of the house shapes planned out, and now we've got these 3 buildings in here fleshed out for the most part, which I'm enjoying.
BP. Another house done.
Ben, thank you for the bits. Slowly but surely, we'll get through them. Fence gate. Let's go. We'll keep this spruce. Oh, I guess I can't fit too many in here. Cool. Save materials. Heck yeah, dude. Let's do that. But I probably should texture the logs just a little. Yeah, they're just all a little too clean. Just join what's happening. We're just designing some houses in here for now. Seeing what we can come up with. I would like to get at least one more done. I know I'm not the fastest builder, so I'm okay with not getting anything and everything done today. They look like they have a little hedge here that they're caring for, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like it. You feel famous? No. I've tried to not think about it. It would freak me out. No, I'm very happy with like the level of recognition I have. Like if I go to a convention or something that is themed around content creation, I'll have people who notice me. But I don't really have anybody who like notices me IRL. and I'm pretty happy with that route. I'm not like opposed to it. Like if anybody sees me walking around, you can always come up and say hellos. But I also do appreciate that I don't have to like be worrying about going out everywhere in the world and like feeling like I have to be on. I feel really, really bad for people who actually are like celebrity status famous. That just seems like such a stressful way to live your life. Just always worrying about paparazzi and things being around you, trying like taking pictures of you, like trying to catch moments where they can spin a story about you. Like, no, that sounds awful, dude. I'd never want to be that famous. I'm very happy with my current level. I get to enjoy what I do. I have a lot of people who enjoy what I do, and then I can turn it off and live a pretty normal life. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. You want to be that famous? It sounds stressful, dude. Let's go with tough, because I apparently can only do that. Stone brick. That's infested. Ew. Sorry, talking to my editor real quick. Okay. Editor, edit this. No. Not that. I think our tough is actually just gonna be a really, really dark point. I kind of want to just do like a cobble house, dude. I think that could work. Do a little mossy cobble in. Maybe just like mostly stone, and we'll add our cobble and whatnot in for a little bit of noise. Oh, that's actually too high. We want it to be at this layer. Misadventures when? We'll stream on there on Wednesday this week, and then video on Misadventures will be out next week. As long as everything goes well. I am on track to have a Misadventures video done next week. I will be on there after stream today for most of the rest of the evening as I'm building things out. And working on the dungeon. I spent like 10 hours this weekend just gathering materials for this stupid dungeon. I almost got it. I'm almost done with the material mess. So we're getting there. Really wanted to keep more stone in. Maybe I just take a little bit of this guy out and throw in some stone brick. Maybe instead of that, because that's... Mossy cobblestone is really loud. Maybe we don't do cobble or moss. A little mossy cobble, no cobble. I think that's what we do. Blue tinted roof, prismarine maybe. Prismarine's hard because there's not many blocks that blend with it well. I always struggle with making prismarine work in builds. A regular prismarine works. Dark prismarine is the one that I want to work, but there's not many blocks that work with dark prismarine. Like especially walls, like the closest wall you have to dark prismarine is tough. Like if you want to work with dark prismarine, you're kind of stuck working just with that, and then you can kind of go into tough. That's like about it. But outside that, you don't really have an option. I was messing around with it. I got a, for y'all, spoiler today, I got a new spaceship I've been working on that I can show you. For those who are not familiar, I've been just messing around recently building spaceships for fun. And I've been having an excellent time with it. So it's just been like a fully off stream. I like have zero intentions to make content out of them. Maybe I'll figure out a point that they work later. But I'm just really having a fun time building spaceships in Minecraft recently. It's another animal one, yeah. Warped kind of works, but it's still just off. Like, it's not perfect. That kind of works. What do we want to do on the upper floors here? Futuristic city incoming. Yeah, maybe they'll work in the nether with the plan I have in the nether, but we'll see. We could go for like just like an oak.
Pleased to meet you.
Bucci, thank you so much for the prime.
Pleased to meet you.
Halfway to the next tree, smiley face emoji. Hope your
Hey.
day is good.
Thank you so very much for the 18 months, Kate. I really appreciate that. It's going good over here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, now we just need to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of it. Sometimes using a replacement and axiom, for me, it places the log sideways. An idea why? That way, like if you're replacing here, it'll do that. You have to copy it with a certain block state with the y-axis. Axiom is able to do that, so that's where that log is coming in from. And to do that, you look at something, you press Control-C, then it'll copy the axis, or that can copy it to the x-axis. So no matter where that you place it, it'll always stick out. Even if you're going up, it'll always stick the same way. It just looks weird when I do it because my C is also my zoom, so it just looks like I'm zooming. I mean, we are zooming, but like not that type of zooming, you know? I'm gonna just throw like a little window right there. Dude, it is windy outside. Ah, sorry. Purple? Purple? could do, this could just be like a decent oak and like birch. They're not gonna get one right there. Cyberpunk orc spaceship. That's a mouthful. I don't know if we'll put a fire at the top of this one, so we'll just do a little topper right here for now. I'm trying to not put many fires in chimneys for this, like, well, because we already have so many around the city that it is actually starting to cause lag. So I'm trying to not add too many. So I'm trying to do like one in every like 4 or 5 are actually on fire, like with smoke coming out the top. What do you think about Germsy Boy? He's a good dude. I've actually been chatting with him about a little project recently. We need a roof. I don't like any of those roofs up there, actually. I think we just go deep slate again. I'll be honest. I think we just go deep slate. But we'll go like mid-tones deep slate, so it's different. There's that. There is that. Okay, we still need to figure out what the heck we're doing out here. Oh, I guess that would all be stairs going down here. That's gonna be a weird little gap. It's a little gap going all the way down. So the little hole to see through. Do you think you're going to add a transportation of some kind that stretches across the world? Like I have roads that literally go across the entire world. Like we have a road network that stretches the entirety of where I built so far. If you mean like a minecart ride that I can get on and just like AFK as it takes me across, no, I'm not planning to do that. If I need to get somewhere quick, I've got the Nether, but otherwise I really like actually traveling in the world itself. Actually gonna change this to slab. So I don't plan to jump on any like trains or anything like that in this world. Maybe at some point we can have a train system or a tram system somewhere that would make sense. We've actually talked about a tram from the Dwarven city to the Dwarven village, like that we have the cave for the villagers, but I don't know if I'm actually going to make that. It sounds in theory like a fun project to have, but it's something that I feel like I would build it and I would never look at it ever again. So I don't know. I've always liked trains in Minecraft. I've always struggled with building them, so it could be something fun to like figure out how to build trains, but I don't think I'm gonna do it, to be honest. I also know that a few other people, like Germsy Boy, who somebody mentioned earlier, and Barse, and I know there's a few others out there that are actively doing trains right now, and I think it's really cool what they're making. So I kind of want to let them shine while they're doing it instead of jumping on the same thing. So that if you're looking for trains in Minecraft worlds, there's already quite a few people out there who are actively making trains in their survival and or hardcore worlds. But I don't think it's something that I need to also do. I got roads. We got different transportation systems around. I would rather go more into like airships as a transportation system, because the way you can have some vertical interest built out of those. than if we go into actual roads. Is that too much? I think it's a little too much, actually. Now I'm looking at it. Kind of like this, actually, just being the two-tone. That works out well enough.
Keep it real.
Sin City, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. How we doing? No, that's too much. Hello, hello, hello. We're doing a little creative building today, so hope y'all had a good stream. Welcome on in. We're gonna just not put it on the tough. That'll be fine. What were y'all up to? How's it going? Here to graffiti the chat. Wow, okay, that's a raid message.
Raid.
Finn, thank you for the 200 biddies, my dude. Appreciate that. Double parked. Welcome on in again, Mandolin. I think we just try with this and see what happens. I do kind of love having a classic Minecraft house palette in every once in a while. An elevated classic, if you would. Let's go here, grab that, and we're gonna grab that, and we're gonna toss and toss, and we're gonna Control C, and now we can texture with them. You should look at the parliament in Budapest for inspiration for the university. Oh, interesting. I'll try and remember that. I guess I never put that on the corner here. Okay, that's gonna stay as oak. Oh, oopsies. Sorry, Mr. Great. I made you go bye-bye. Apparently we did that. And we can also come through here and do this. And I'll just fill these in with oak, because why not? Ah. Okay, now from the outside, we're gonna maybe do a little birch like squeezed in right here on this one, just to get a little coloring. But for the most part, this is just gonna stay as some oak planks because it's very shadowed down there. And we could do a little bit right in there, sure. You back on the Stardew grind yet? No, I haven't. I still putting it off. I should though. I was mentioning the games I'm playing right now. The other one that I'm playing, just replaying through as I start playing through the StarCraft 2 campaign again. Just because it's been a few years, so I got to do it. It's just like one of the best storylines in an RTS game out there. It's just, oh my god, they did such a good job with the story in StarCraft 2. I mean, the whole StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 for an RTS series, oh, they're such good storylines, dude. It's so good. But yeah, so I've been replaying through that again just for fun. So maybe after I finish that, I'll get some. I'll get some Stardew going again.
:_fWhip heart :_fWhip :_.
Hey, Jewel, thank you so much for the 21 months on YouTube. That's your 2, my friend. I really appreciate that. And the 57 months at tier 3 on Twitch. Thank you so very much, dude. I really appreciate it. Kind of the same framing style as we have there, but that's okay. Maybe they're built by the same person. Are you gonna do more supporter interiors? Yeah, I need to get on that soon. I think I want to try seeing if I could do 1 or 2 in the next episode if it makes sense. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make sense for the next video for what I have planned. So I'm thinking that might not happen, but I really want to get some of those done. I feel so bad that I've only done the harbor. I really need to get out there and do more of them. I think I want fence gates. Just variety against that. Yeah. Then also, let's just do a little there just to bring it forward a touch. You're gonna do another event where you let people do interiors. There's still some of the city that are left for people who would like to find one to do. There's still some that are available to be filled out. But in terms of like me streaming on there or anything, I don't know. I haven't really thought that far ahead. Kind of nice. Eh. Yeah, look at us doing things. Wow. Oh, we're so good at this game. You should build a goblin city in a mountain like the Hobbit. I don't know if I'll do goblins again because I did it on Empires, and I feel like I don't know where I would take the style otherwise. I did love it on Empires, though. That was a very, very fun build to do. Oh, we didn't add pots up here. Just do a little allium action. Get a little pop of color. So many mob noises. Yeah, it's a little spooky under here. That's okay. It'll be spooky under there in the world too. No, I've been lighting up that stuff as I've been doing it. In the actual hardcore world, I do light those up. Maybe we won't do that here. I feel like we need something else here. Maybe not. Each type only gets one type of flower pot. Just so it's not super noisy. Yeah, I just kind of keep them the same typically. Ugh. What do you need? I guess a hanging sign. I do try and have every build that I make have a hanging sign so that we can like mark out who is building or doing something in there. Would you make a large stage theater, something akin to Globe Theater? It'd be fun. I don't think we can do that in this city. I think that could be in a future city. We could definitely do something like that, but I don't know if that would make sense here. I feel like it'd be cool to have here, but I don't
Pleased to
think it would
meet
make
you.
like logical sense just with the amount of space that we actually have access to. That'd be a lot of area dedicated to something. That, like, if we want to make a large scale theater, it would need to have like pretty much this entire interior worth of space. I don't really want to do that because that would pretty much fill up this entire region over here if we did the theater. It'd just be one building, and I don't want just a giant building out there. Aries Santorius, thank you so much for the upgrade to tier 2. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I feel like what I would like to do as an eventual thing is like the city that we build out past the copper farm, somewhere out there. Where's that? Oh, that's the blimp. Ha! I was like, what the heck is this? That's the blimp. That's so funny. That's what it looks like in there. That's so goofy. That's a witch farm that I was trying to think about building, and I just never made it. I was just testing that it actually works. About an amphitheater. We have a small amphitheater right here. So I guess there is grounds for that they do exist in the world. But I don't know. Maybe that's something that we build like a bigger one outside the city, but not in the city. Like might be too dense in the city. But we could take like outside of the university, because I do still want to do like the big celebration festival something out here, like a bunch of tents, like a jousting temporary arena set up, like some sort of festival happening out here. I think it'd be kind of cool. Just as like an extension of the school university, there's a festival going on, so we could use part of that, or even we could potentially carve a big amphitheater into the rocks here. So we like carve it into the steps, and then they're kind of like looking out. But then like this, it'd just be the view of this village thing here. Or we could just remove that hill, amphitheater, and then the background of the amphitheater is just mountain range. Could be kind of fun. So that's an option. I don't know. Where would you build your next big city, like Path? Well, we have Path here. We have New Papyrus there that needs to like expand. Like you can see that there's a little bit, and the plan is kind of take it that big and then also fill in like along this entire river. So it's got a lot of growing room. The Dwarven area I really want to get back to soonish. I think that'll be in the next few episodes we'll go. And then outside that, I think a really cool city location is this area up here. And then I also have this whole island that I think we can turn into like a really cool archipelago, like of just different things spinning together. And I think we can actually like widen out this waterway so that it's like a little too wide for a bridge to get across. Maybe cut this off here and submerge all of that. And then we have that island, and we can just have some fun out there with that type of stuff. There's also a space down here that I showed recently in the actual hardcore video that's really fun. And then we also have like, there's a very, very cool space over here with the sunflower plains going to the savannah. That is like, so our city and everything's right back over there. Like this whole region, this direction is actually really, really pretty. It does kind of go into a weird mesa section. We got dark oak forest and jungle and everything over there, but like this whatchamacallit, this mesa biome is actually really cool. I kind of forgot it was here, and I was flying around randomly recently, and I was like, wait a second, like, see, this hasn't been generated even in the creative copy before, because you can see dry grass spawning in here. But between that and then we have this really, really cool mountain over here. Get this all to load in. Cherry biome down there, but yeah, like this whole space in here I think could be fun to work in. at some point it'd be cool to be able to come down here and do some things. But yeah, it's generating new chunks right now, so it's being a little laggy again, but that's okay. So yeah, I don't know. We got a lot of spaces to work with, but like you can see it on the map here. Like this thing is really, really cool. But it is far away from everything. So before we can get there and build down here, because I don't want to just do a road that just goes wee, we'd have to. Well, I guess we could bring a road out the back of the dwarven area, and then that would kind of loop down. That's probably what we'd do, to be honest. And then we don't have a way to get this road over to this side of the water here. That's something that I'm like not allowing myself to do, because I don't want to bridge over this river, because it needs to be able to get the big ships through. We kind of do need to expand off of this road to be able to get down here, but then we can have like a little ferry system or something, and then we'll just like have roads expanding down into here for different settlements and things later on. I want to keep filling this place with much more life. We got a lot more things that we can build out. What type of tree are you going to put in the big pots? You have the University Street. I'm kind of thinking like big oak trees, like huge oak trees that are just come and like cover the canopy. That was the original idea, but I'm kind of thinking that I don't know, we'll have to see. I want to finish all the houses, then get all the houses built in survival, and it would be cool to do that, but it might honestly just turn into, if we don't like it, it could just turn into something that's like just like a topiary style bush. So we'll see. We'll see where we land. Speaking of dwarven areas, any thoughts on when you're gonna go and continue work there? I need to do it soon because I'm running out of emeralds, and I keep saying I'm gonna do a huge cleric villager trading hall over there for redstone and also rotten flesh trades. And I have a few 100,000 rotten flesh I can trade for emeralds, so I just need to get over there and do it. What about thin, tall trees? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The bush looks sad. Hopefully the trees will fit in. Yeah, I think the trees will be better for sure if we can make it happen. We got all those guys in. That's pretty fun. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. 5 done because that little one's done too. Did we finish this guy hidden around the corner? Oh, I just turned on shaders. Oh god. Hi everybody. Don't mind me. Just building a little structure. I guess none of this grass is even placed in yet, so I don't know why I'm like just being like, oh, I'll just work around it. No, I don't want to even place it in at all. Oh, he lived. Sad. I don't need to do any of it. Say, yeah, we're not even gonna build that. There's a floor in here. There's a story behind the world. I wanted to make a lot of really cool cities and stuff, and now we're here. I'd say the story that I've always had, like, is my tagline of the world, is that I want to build an interconnected world, I want to build a fantasy world full of interconnected civilizations. That has always been my goal in this world. Whatever that turns into, whatever I want to focus on at the time, that's the theme. That's the whole point of this world, is to build a fantasy world full of different civilizations. Like that's what I'm reaching for. So yeah, that's always what I've been trying to do. Cancel stream, go watch for year end. I actually started watching that. I can't remember who recommended it, but I did watch a few episodes of it. Actually, I've kind of watched a lot. I was watching it while I was binging or gathering resources on Misadventures, so I just kind of had a show on the background to binge. It's actually pretty good. Then from here, we're gonna go just spruce around. And then just get all this in. Oh, that's the chimney. Fill that in there. And we'll just do like some grates here for the little window. I don't know. Trying to build my version of your mountain castle right now? Good luck, dude. Good luck. Okay, now we need to figure out how we want to texture it. The bottom will be fine. So we can put a little polished granite in. I don't know, man. Favorite part of my world? The survival side of this with all the fields planted and everything. The whole like view that you get of the harbor with the lake and everything in here. That's just absolutely my favorite part of the world. It's just so good. It's just so good. Are you planning on doing a 24-hour building challenge again? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. Never say never.
Pleased to meet you.
What do we want
Next
to do?
goal 20.000.
Arda, thank you so much for the 28 months. Yeah, I mean 20,000 days. We're starting working towards it. We'll see where we get. We will see where we get. I haven't really done any buildings that are actually spruce in here.
Pleased to meet you.
It's out of the guard tower walls. 5 Ferret. Thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't really have any spruce. Yeah, we could try brown mushroom block. Maybe we just do spruce as like the base trim and we change it going up. A planetarium. I feel like I'd rather do like an observatory over a planetarium. Yeah, let's do this. Still too dark. I was like, I can't see
Pleased
what
to meet
color
you.
that is.
Loving these creative streams lately. The vibes are so good.
Strop Potato, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun just being able to just kind of chill instead of worrying about making things super entertaining. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying them. Wall. Flower pot. Yeah, chimneys. When are you gonna start on that big building? This guy? After we finish all of this, probably. Who knows? I'm not too sure. We'll get there when we get there. Is kind of the vibe I'm going with. I don't want to rush anything in this world anymore. I don't feel like equipped to tackle that right now. I just don't think my brain is in that type of a build mode right now, and so I'll get there. I'll get there eventually, and sometime soon. It's not going to sit there forever. It's a project I very much do want to do, so we'll get to it when we get to it, but for now it's just kind of gonna idle. I'd rather wait until I know I can do it right than do something and not enjoy the end result of it, especially with something that big where we would put so many hours of work into it. If I look back at that later and I'm like, yeah, I don't like how that turned out, I'll be a little sad. So I'm much more on the side of it's not the end of the world if I wait a little bit until I feel ready to tackle it. Ever thought about a construction site building in your town? I have thought about that. I saw Germ do that, or somebody in his town did that with like a bunch of scaffolding framing in front of a building, and I was like, that's really cool. Just for like a back alley house that they're currently working on. So I don't know. We might throw something like that in somewhere, but I'm not too sure. Maybe. You never know. It's kind of an older house, so we're gonna make it really, really messy. All the noisy
Pleased
textures
to
in
meet
here.
you.
fWhip. Haven't caught a stream in a while cause of school. How are you doing? Much love from Argentina.
Hey, Pepe Mirko, thanks for the 27 months, my dude. I've been doing good. Hope school's going well and all that stuff, and I totally get it. Life gets busy, huh? But thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Appreciate the 27 months. It's going good. It's going good. Just working on some new builds. Doing my thing. I've been having a lot of fun with the creative build sites recently, so it's been cool. What's past version of OSHA? Medieval times version of OSHA. Love the big city, but what if there was a burning city, like plague struck and everything is in chaos? I feel like it would get really repetitive. I'd much rather do something where like a single building kind of got burned down in the town, just to like tell a little bit more of a story to it. But I don't really like the idea of like having a whole entire city destroyed. At that route, I would rather just go with like full-on ruins. Like it's an ancient society. Because then we're not really telling the story of, oh, people are dead. And we're more telling the story of like, okay, there was like a battle here a long, long time ago, maybe, and that like wiped everything. And now it's like long forgotten place that nobody comes to. And like that to me sounds a little bit easier of a story to spin for a chill Minecraft building series. I don't know. I don't like focusing on a lot of like the super negative stuff, you know? So I think I'd rather go something on that route. Personally. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. And the areas close to their other roof lines would be a bit darker area and shadow. Yeah, it would. It's okay though. I guess we could throw a little light gray. We're getting the natural shadow just from being on 45% brightness, so it's kind of getting a shadow cast in there anyways. What if they'd had a little bar? That's what I'm looking for. a little clothesline something or another. Is that too in the way? I think it might be too in the way. Maybe instead of going down, it's coming up. Yeah, and then we can get some banners up here. And we just get some like fun. Little banner action. I don't know. I always wish banners connected a little bit better. Do you ever listen to music or anything while playing? Oh, if I'm sitting at my computer, there is music playing on Spotify. I posted my Spotify recap for what came out last year, and Scott messaged me after I posted it, and he was like, do you ever turn Spotify off? Like, how do you even listen to that much music? And I was like, no, it's just my computer turns on for the day, and I turn Spotify when I sit down, and it just runs. I just you know, quiet time, scary, spooky, very horrifying. Bad. So it's always running. No, it's yeah, I just kind of. Let's grab a beehive and some candles, and they can have some light blue candles for some fun vibes. Oh, ew. Don't want to fill that with honey. Gross. Cool. It's kind of an old, like, kind of rundown house, I guess, for the university steps. Oh, also off of some people's suggestions, because I know it triggered a lot of people in the last stream, I have taken the top 3 layers and made them all perfectly even now. So they're all perfectly centered on for 1, 2, and 3, and the slabs below. Those are all perfectly centered on here. And then below that, it turns a little bit more naturally shaped to get that slight angle going. So I did fix that. How do I put the blocks as slabs? It's called type replace. There's under, where is it? I don't know. The toolbox type replace. You turn it on right there. Thank you for that. Yeah, I got you. This, so it looks a little bit more straight on now. That's Axiom, by the way, for where the type replace comes from. It's not my favorite build. It definitely, I feel like it looks a little old, but I'm gonna just leave it for now. I think it's okay to having some older buildings, because the university is very, very old. So maybe when the university was built, that was one of the first houses built outside the front of it. So then it's just kind of been there forever. So I don't know. Some old ancient student learning building. Or you can come here and buy pencils for writing in your journals. That's what it is. But I also didn't want any massive buildings right in front of it, because I want the university to be the big guy. That guy's already kind of setting the scale off. I guess it kind of works, because as you're going, like when you're far away, it looks very, very big from here, and then the scale just kind of keeps growing and setting itself a little bit better. And then it does feel, yeah, it feels very grand now. That definitely feels like a grand entrance. And we can even augment that more with some cool ways to trick your eyeball. How's it look from down below? It's you can barely see those buildings over the top there, but I always like to look at the city from this dock. This dock is just such a fun place to view the city from. Just especially the harbor region. Like if you come out here to the edge of the dock, it's just so cool. And also this one right here is a good view. But yeah, so we can see all of our new buildings right outside at the top, or right over the top, which is fun. And those other ones that we still need to wrap up. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Need to figure out that boat design soon. That's fun. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do the students wear uniforms because they need a shop for that? I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm really going to go into that lore side. Maybe we will. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's something issued by the school. But I think that is enough building for me today on here because I need to go get started on building on Misadventures. So let me show y'all what I've been up to with my little Superfly world. You guys want to see my new spaceship? Look at it. That's such a rude message. This isn't a bug. Get another shader. Look at it. So there's the first one I built that I showed y'all like a week or two ago. Oh geez, hello. And then
Spaceship.
Finn, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, this is the one I've been working on. I tried going, so I've been theming them after fish. I'm turning Distant Horizons off. Oh my god, that's so much better on the chunks. That's actually not that much better. Frame rate still sucks. Weird. Why is my frame rate so bad? I think I'm uninstalling Distant Horizons. Yeah, that it's just gonna throw errors. Yeah. So this is the new ship that I've worked on. It's kind of themed after like a bottom feeder, almost like a sturgeon or something. I think it's kind of got that like fishy shape to it, which is fun. So I don't know why. I'm just having fun building these fish-themed spaceships. They've been cool. They've been kind of fun to work on and see what I can come up with. You can create a spaceship for every single exit end portal. Maybe, yeah, that could be something. Yeah, so we got our 2 fish now. I really love the pale oak on the big guy in the back. But yeah, that's what I was talking about for the Dark Prismarine, because I was trying to use Dark Prismarine for this, and then I was like, there's no wall that can work for that, so I had to work in tough. It's a little noisy, and I kind of wish there was more contrast between the top and the bottom of the ship. Like, I wanted the bottom of the ship to be a little bit lighter toned, so I wish if we had I wish there was a stair in between andesite and diorite. Like, that would be perfect. I almost went for birch. I almost tried birch, but then I was like, yeah, maybe not. I really wish there was just like a light gray concrete powder stair. Like that color in there would be perfect. So yeah, that's my latest fish spaceship I've got going on. I think it worked out pretty well. I like these little engines. There's a little like hover something or another's. I don't know. It could be an engine inside of it. And then they got these little feetsies for landing, and then they got their big engines back here, and then they got like a little solar array up here for getting, I don't know, space information. I don't know, these could be like a gun turret or some sort of observation deck thing. But we could, if there was like a glass slab, you could really do that in here. But maybe I could just do like a light gray. Just like a little something. Actually doesn't look terrible. What if, I don't know, we're trying something. You like that? It's a little flat now. Kind of cool though. I kind of like that. That gives kind of a cool little rounded shape to it almost. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of fun. Gives it a little bit more oomph out the top, just barely. Yeah, cool. Well, that's what I've been working on. Thank you so very much for hanging, my friends. I think I'm gonna go uninstall Distant Horizons though. Being weird. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all so very much for hanging. Dude, there's an ad starting? No, snooze that thing. Snooze that thing. I don't need an ad as the stream's ending. Thank you so very much for all the support. As always, I really, really do appreciate it. We got 2,200 people here. It was our peak on YouTube today, so thank you so very much. Click the like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a bunch, even with the VOD and all that stuff as the stream's ending. So I very much do appreciate everybody who's taken the time to do that. But I'll go find somebody to raid over on the Twitch side. We'll see who's alive. And I'll be back on Wednesday for another stream. We got Thursday World Tour. Friday, we're going to be going and hanging with some friends, doing some cool stuff, and then doing a big old second world tour live stream edition. It'll be super fun. And then, yeah, it'll be good times. Speaking of good times, let's go raid Scar. He's live. All right, my friends. Jump on in the raid for good times with Scar. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Who donated?
Thanks
I heard
for
those
the
biddies.
stream.
I heard
Whip
those
heart,
biddies.
whip
Finn,
heart.
thank you for the 100 biddies. I really do appreciate it. All right, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.